I'm a little different when it comes to death. I mean, especially if somebody's in pain. You know, he did everything he was supposed to do.
The most outspoken in terms of the craft was Paul Mooney.
Oh, Paul Mooney was just profound because of his views on race, and he would say it right to white folks' face, and they loved it because he was telling the truth.
Right.
So, you know, he used to tell me, Faizon, you'll never stop working in Hollywood because they need a big black nigga in every movie. They need a big black nigga in every. You gonna do it, nigga. But his truth was amazing.
Yeah.
So now we're everybody's turning into minstrel.
Why do you what was your reaction to his passing? Like,
I heard he was sick before, and I was checking, how's he doing. As long as he's out of pain, I'm a little different when it comes to death. I mean, especially if somebody's in pain. He did everything he was supposed to do on this earth, so it wasn't no time wasted. So there's nothing. Oh, if we can only.
yeah.
If you think about it, if you said, "Hey, I want Paul Mooney to come back right now," then you got to lose him again. We gonna go.
Right.
He went with a purpose.
Right.
He served a purpose.
Right.
Brilliant writer. Funny, like I said, he would always crack me up because, oh, you the big. All white folks scared of you, nigga. They scared of your black ass. I look at the same time. Oh my God. He that's what he was.
You remember that last conversation or interaction with him?
Our last one, no, I hadn't talked to him since we were in Harlem, and he was somehow how it's changed so much. The comics, the just the change of the scenery in the grounds which comedy is brought up on.
Right.
Just what they're talking about, and just like this candy ass shit, like that was basically it. I would talk more to David Banks. David Banks was also passed. Was Richard Pryor's right hand man, and but we would talk all night. But yeah, Paul's is a giant.
One thing about a couple things, like Paul was not. He was complex in a sense. Like, he had different layers about himself.
Most great comics are. You guys are just used to the cookie cutter, this soft ass shit. Like, hey, my pants look perfect, and this. There's no layers to these niggas.
Right.
There's no layers. It's all perfect. It all looks good. I heard another comic say to the other comic, man, they don't even look good. I was like, I never remember a comic saying that to another comic. They don't even look good.
Like, physically.
Physically. Like, all comics are ugly.
That's...
Yes, yes. Eddie Murphy is ugly. If you take away...
Okay.
Yes, I used to think Eddie Murphy. You take away, he's a charming, he's a bad mother. His talent makes him so beautiful. But if you take all that shit away in the money, he's a big ugly nigga. He's an ugly little nigga. He's an ugly little black nigga. And that's somebody
For sure.
I'm like, that's Eddie Murphy.
Right.
But he's a little black ugly nigga.
In terms of with Paul, why do you think people were afraid to support him? Because
They wasn't afraid to support him.
celebrities.
No, see, you guys are getting it all wrong. You guys are equating fame, notoriety, and taking away his work.
Yeah.
Nobody, no. Paul, I always say pure cocaine is hard to take.
Mm.
So you guys can't take the pure cocaine. You need it broken down to an aspirin where you can just eat it. And it's, oh, okay, I'm doing cocaine now. No. Paul served his purpose in many ways. I mean, writing and who he was. He's going to leave that legacy of him here. Mm-hmm. The guys that you guys are fucking with are not. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Because it's like, I mean, like I said, Eddie Murphy special was in the 80s. In the 80s. Nobody fucking with it now. It's that good. I can put it up there. It's that good. Right? Bill Cosby's special himself is that good. It's that good. You have to destroy that nigga because it's that good. Him just sitting in a chair talking.
Right.
You guys, who do you guys have? You got niggas the same shoes. What the?
It is definitely a different time because it's instant. It's
not even instant. It's like if I said I was a pilot and flew an artificial plane, would I be a pilot?
An artificial plane?
Yeah.
No, you have to fly a plane, right?
Right. Me going on the internet and saying that's an artificial plane. Right. You get on that stage. You gotta say we come from the world of the stage.
Right.
The stage is where you're gonna get the real free feedback.
Pilot license.
Yes. Because you're gonna cut your teeth on that stage.
For sure.
So, you know, I got 7 million likes. Okay, then they go out to the stage and
it crash.
Yes.
I can't help but to kind of like touch on Paul, kind of round that out. One thing about Paul, it was the sexuality conversation.
This thing.
Do you think that like took away from his legacy? Did it help hinder it? How do you think that?
What do you mean with are you saying with Richard Pryor's son?
Well, that was a conversation. I think that confirmed what people were suspecting of Paul because he never.
No, it wasn't suspecting. Richard Pryor called him Miss Thing. Okay. They knew. They knew. But Richard Pryor said we couldn't get a deal or something like that, and Paul came over and sucked his dick. They knew.
Got you.
Richard Pryor gonna give it to you pure. I'm not playing. And Richard Pryor's not gonna chop it up. That's what he's gonna give it to you pure. Everybody knew who Paul was. Right. You guys are just finding out. But that didn't take nothing from who he was. You know, it's like, okay, I don't give a fuck.
Why do you think he feared to like just own it? Because we interviewed Rashawn Khan.
Who?
Rashawn Khan.
Yeah.
Pryor's bodyguard. Mm-hmm. We interviewed him, and he was just kind of saying that he felt that Paul should have kind of more used it as a, you know, especially now LGBTQ is like big.
Well, it's big now. There's a lot of rappers that are gay and not saying shit. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people with the, you know, like, hey, I don't know why. I don't know that culture, but I know there's a lot of people hiding. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? And so I don't know why Paul, you know, I don't think he really hid. I don't think he really hid.
He just didn't. I guess for some people didn't own it. Didn't say, "Hey, this is what I am."
But is he supposed to say that to everybody? Hey, I'm gay, y'all. Hey, because nobody else, the rappers won't do it. The actors won't. Did Rod Hudson do it?
Rod Hudson.
You don't even know who that is.
It sounds familiar, but who's that?
See, look up Rod Hudson. He didn't do it.
This is a comedian, or
no? He's an actor. Rod Hudson was like one of the biggest white actors in the world.
Okay, I'm seeing him right now.
They loved him. Yay. So I think Paul comes from that school. Like what I do in my home is what I do in my home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It used to be nobody's business because we come from Hollywood is debauchery, cocaine, rock and roll, all this other fake shit people coming up with. Oh, Pierre was talking about that. He's looking at some girls' titties. It's Hollywood. Her titties is out. I'm gonna do cocaine on her titties later on. The fuck you mean?
Right.
Why are you looking at her titties? So, are you saying this is the new Hollywood is sterile? Okay, that's what it is. But don't tell me your motherfuckers is innocent when you was painting white people up as Indians. Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you think with him being a black man in Hollywood, he just was like? Because I remember Dolomite was.
So you think Paul Mooney's the only gay black man in Hollywood?